Happy Blue Year and welcome to Talking Toffee. Yes, you know by now this is one of the only places on YouTube for Evertonians to, of course, get together and discuss all things Everton. Now, regardless of what the mainstream media are telling you at the moment, now you do know that you should never believe the mainstream media on anything, not just football. But if you haven't actually seen the game yesterday, if you weren't at the game or you didn't watch it on Sky Live, if you weren't pushed into that scenario and the only things you've seen have been maybe the match of the day highlights, or you've read reports on from the mainstream rags, you know, the Sun and the Daily Mail and the Daily Mirror, them shitheads, then you'll probably think that Everton were quite lucky. Little Everton were quite lucky to come away with just a 2-1 defeat yesterday. The champions of Europe went easy on us, didn't they, yesterday? Well, no, that's not correct. Take that, stick it fucking on a shelf, because it's a complete and utter misinterpretation of the encounter yesterday. In the first 45 minutes, Everton were terrific. Press pushed. Remember, a depleted side, arguably Morelos would be in that starting 11. Gibson would definitely be. Fellaini would be. Phil Neville arguably would be as well. So, you know, it's safe to say that those players would probably be included in the starting 11, and they weren't available yesterday for whatever reasons, as we already know. So, you know, a side where we had to change things around a little bit, mix the starting 11 up a little bit, and we went to Chelsea, and in the opening stages we were absolutely terrific, and it is also safe to say that Everton deserved more than nothing yesterday. They deserved a point at least, alright? A point at least. And I'm not just saying that because I've got blue tinted glasses on. I like to think that I'm quite rational and fair, but some of the reports that I've seen and I've heard some of the things that have been said by so-called football experts have been utter shit recently, with regards to the way that we performed yesterday. I thought Everton were terrific, and literally I'm going to put this result down to bad luck. But who was your man of the match? For me, mine was Sylvain Distin. Absolutely terrific. At 33, the guy is top class. And talking about another player who's top class, doesn't play for Everton, so, you know, forgive me for dropping this in there, but in my opinion, Frank Lampard was outstanding. Is Roman Abramovich mentally challenged? Some of the things that he does, I know he's a wealthy man, and if you're judging him on his wealth, then yes, he's superior to the rest of us, but is he mentally challenged? Is he mentally challenged when it comes to football? Because this is a man who is reluctant, I believe, to give Frank Lampard a contract. So on that note, Frank, if you're watching, I know you're a Talking Toffee subscriber, now you've got a soft spot for Everton. You just like scoring against us when you play against us. I know that, Frank. But if you do fancy a dramatic pay cut, and you want to continue your career in blue, you're welcome on Merseyside, pal. We'll have you in the side any day. But all joking aside, what was your thoughts and opinions on the encounter yesterday? On another little side note as well, so I'm not going to focus on too much, but I do want your opinion on this, I suppose. Apparently Ross Barkley's he's taken himself off Twitter because of abuse that he's had from Evertonians on his performance yesterday. Yes, Ross didn't come on and exactly set the world alight, but can we refrain from doing this, please, Evertonians? We hold ourselves in a classy kind of regard, and it's rightly so the way the football club has acted in recent weeks with regards to the Fellaini headbutt and the Hillsborough stuff. But as supporters, sometimes we've got to match that. And seriously, this fucking thing about going on Twitter and hammering players that wear a blue shirt, it's wrong and it shouldn't happen. Anyway, I'm going to go and get absolutely tanked up on JD and Coke. I'm going to go out and see a few pals, people that I love. Remember, one Evertonian is worth 20 Liverpudlians. Here's to a fantastic new year. We've got some great games coming up in terms of, like, we're playing some pretty shoddy and dire opponents over the next few weeks. So there's plenty of reasons to be optimistic in 2013 Evertonians, and let's hope that we can actually lift the cup. You've been watching Talking Toffee. Come on, you Blues.